Welcome, everyone. This is what you've been waiting for. The NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And as we take a look here at Derrick Rose, guys, what's your take?
Just incredible maturity and leadership, Kevin. Rose sets the tone for this club. He works so hard. He loves the game. And yet he's humble. He doesn't crave the spotlight. He really wants to share the ball and share the glory with his team.
And you love the work ethic, and everything you said is right on point, Steve. I mean, he's prepared, he works hard, he's growing as a leader. He plays the game with the right level of respect and attitude and tenacity. And just as important is that when the game's on the line, he's not shying away from the ball.
We've got an Eastern Conference battle ready to get rolling, and the Chicago crowd wants some love from their Bulls. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And I'll tell you what, even though they looked like the better team a year ago, they only managed a split of the season series.
with it. The shot's good from Samuel.
A good job of spotting his teammate near the basket and zipping the pass right in there.
Rose against Wall. Puts up a three. Gets it to go. And Chicago has possession. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game. And no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
I like the call. I thought the defense was moving there.
Yeah, I think he slid underneath. Good blocking call that trip.
Here's Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. Clark, if you don't make the playoffs and a team you handle all right does, I mean, that gives you a little confidence that you can be among those 8 seeds next time around.
Kevin, I think it should give you some confidence. I'm sure both teams have that as their goal, getting to the playoffs, and they've shown us some great games in the past when they've met up. This should be a lot of fun.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Harkless kicks to Malone. And it goes. That's good. And while we're thinking about him, did you guys catch his comments at the press conference after their last game?
Guys, we always hear things about good teammates, and he certainly seems to be one of them. He has nothing but positive things to say about the rest of his team.
Well, when you talk up your teammates as much as he does, it's going to pay off. I mean, they become more confident. They respect you. They appreciate you. And now all of a sudden, it brings the team a little bit closer together.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game. A potential momentum builder. They're not showing too much respect for him defensively, are they?
Or the Milwaukee Bucks, they come in off the loss to Indiana.
Yeah, they were really in a funk from the field, guys. Credit the defense, definitely, but even when they got open looks, they were not hitting.
Hey, Steve, me and you flub up words and misstate things on occasion. So do these players have bad nights. It happens.
Good on the shot. Thompson's got 5.
Well, sometimes when you're at a height disadvantage, that's the way to attack. Go right at your defender.
Rose passes to Butler. Tipped. The kick out to Rose. Wall with the steal. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Kicks it to Thompson. Tries from 10. Rebounded by Samuel. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. We'll go to Doris Burke, who spoke with head coach Monty Williams.
Well, Kevin, he said that they didn't want to take what the defense gave them tonight, saying we need to play our game. I told my guys to go right at their defenders and make plays happen. If we sit back and don't be the more aggressive team, we'll just be digging a hole for ourselves. It sounds like they have confidence in their ability to score, guys.
Appreciate the report, Doris. So Steve and Clark, how does they're up? We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Martin goes in. Got it up. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Bulls lead by 11. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this.
Coming up this Friday, November 8th, the Utah Jazz go on the road to battle the Chicago Bulls. Live from Chicago. Do not miss it.
Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Yeah, this team is on the same page, no question. They're right where they need to be offensively.
And they're hitting their scores with on-time and on-target passes, too. That's fun to watch.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play on the court for the Bucks. We've got Erickson. Barkley is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Martin in at the 1 spot. Malone right side. And the Bulls, another 3.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Pass to Barkley. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Tough play. He had to fight his way all the way to the rim.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
A lot of time they've been spending at the foul line so far, guys. They'll take those points all game long if they can get them.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too. Clark, we're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. The drive by Malone.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
6 to shoot. Here's Thompson. Reverses. And he lays it up and in. Thompson's got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, he shows us he knows how to finish with a flourish.
Malone. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And he can wipe that offensive glass too, Steve. I mean, he turns a whole lot of misses into makes.
And the Bucks making a change here. And both free throws good for Malone.
Boy, that was solid. I'll tell you, he's one of the best there is up there at the foul line.
Kenzie passes to Wall. Left side, Wall. McKenzie, defended by Goodwin. Here's Thompson. And that one goes long.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but in the rebounding department too, Clark.
Yeah, it's been a really gritty performance. They'll have some bruises to show for it, but that's the way it should be. You should feel that you've competed when you do that work inside.
Bucks trail by 13. Crow, he's covered by Rose. Williams' shot is off. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Goodwin dishes to Malone. And stolen by Williams. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to McKenzie. Doubled by Goodwin. Left side, Rose. Feeds it to Harkless. Back to Rose. He passes to Harkless. Malone. Kept alive. Tries again. Thompson with the block. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. It's Wall with the drive. It's rebounded by Samuel. The Bulls leading by 13. Goodwin kicks to Rose. Kicks it out to Malone. Fires with 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists tonight. Guys are looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Gobert, he's checked in for Williams. Here is Wall. He's coming off a 10-point game against Indiana.
Kevin, his passing is what blew me away. I mean, to see him orchestrate their offense so impeccably, that was a sight to behold.
The Bucks have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. And the first one at the line is good. And so Wall nails both of them.
Hitting your free throws is a good way to get back into it. It stops the clock and extends the game. I mean, you want to take advantage of that situation. And they're shooting much better from the line here in the second quarter. So far, they haven't missed one.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Hey, guys. T in their last game against the Celtics got down to business. He had 46 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you here. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
To the paint. Deflected. And stolen by Malone. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Rose. Can't get it to fall.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Outside, Wall passes it to McKenzie. 5 on the clock, and it's blocked by Harkless, but he stays with it. Harkless with the steal. He feeds it to Malone. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Milwaukee. Got a piece of it. Outside Rose. The dish now to Harkless. Back to Rose. Gives him the lead pass, and Thompson sends it back. Here is Wall. Malone passes to Harkless. Rose, good. Rose has got his second bucket of the game to go.
The defender a little hesitant to offer resistance as he bursts to the hoop.
Rose against Wall. Wall gets a screen from Gobert. Wall attacking. Back to Thompson. And that comes off the assist by John Wall. Wall's got 4 assists now tonight. And while we have a chance, let's take a look at the best free throw shooters in the league from last season. Look at T, second in the NBA. He's so great from the line.
He seemed to be locked in from the foul line all last season. Just never got off that roll he was on.
Chicago leading by 16. Rose kicks to Malone. Buries the long-range jumper. Malone's got 23 points.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
Kenzie passes to Wall. Here's Crow. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Malone, defended by Gobert. There's Rose with the 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's his first triple of the game. It was a dry first half for him from long range.
Wall dishes to Thompson. Thompson left side. Shot clock at 6. Crow, defended by Harkless. The pass to McKenzie. Pass to Gobert. Dishes at the Wall. Another shot, and he sinks the layup. Wall's got 4 this quarter.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
And it's Rose penetrating. Kicks it out to Malone. Again, Malone missing. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's the Bulls opening up a huge gap. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Let's get right to it, fans. We got plenty of first-half rivalry action to review. Chicago with the lead against Milwaukee. Starting off on the right foot this young season, they're definitely playing well. T not having much difficulty scoring against the Bucks. He's racked up 23 points. He's been getting it done on both ends of the court. Look at the assists, look at the rebounds. It's all adding up to a great first half. It's been a disappointment, though, for the Bucks so far. They've got to do a better job protecting the ball and valuing each possession. They've not done that. Their turnover numbers way too high through 2 quarters. Tristan Thompson leads them in scoring. He's up to 9 points, and on the defensive side of
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And as we return to the United Center, a look at the statue honoring the great Michael Jordan. Really an incredible game from Malone.
Well, he's the ringleader. We could see it in the first half with the offense, the way he distributed the ball, really kept everybody involved.
And, you know, that's just the thing. You and I both would have loved playing with him because he makes sure everybody gets a little bit of the sugar.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler at the back. Harkless is out there with Malone. And it's Samuel in at the foul. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Bucks trail by 20. Malone comes with the double team. McKenzie defended by Butler. He dishes it to Thompson. Outside, Wall. 6 on the shot clock. From 13, and there are the Bucks with another bucket. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Malone kicks to Butler. The feed to Rose. Bulls moving the ball around. The kick outside to Butler. And a miss there on the triple. Now Wall. He's got 9. Here's Grove. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. This is his first chance at the line tonight. The first free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Bulls leading by 16. Back to Rose. Pass to Samuel. Outside Rose. He kicks it to Harkless. Malone right side. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Let's see the stat sheet here on John Wall. Coming off an excellent season last year. 4th in assists, 6th in scoring. Then he was also in the top 15 in free throw percentage, so a great year for him.
And he ranked in the top 5 in assists as well, Steve. I mean, he was really a maestro out there, conducting the offense, running it smoothly. I mean, they gave him the keys to the team and let the offense run through him. That was a good decision.
Now the pass to McKenzie. Shot clock at 5. Trying his luck deep, and that one's good.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
Malone left side, a 3-ball. Again, the miss by Malone.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
And Wall. Here we go now. Defended by Samuel. Right side, Wall. Malone comes with the double team. Here's Grove. They get the rebound. Thompson, second chance shot, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Thompson having a good one. 9 points and 2 blocks.
He's made 1 and missed 1 so far in the game. That free throw good from Thompson.
Well, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. The drive by Malone. Now that we have a chance, let's go to the 2K leaderboard and reveal last season's top shot blockers. You look at T, fierce inside defender, tops in the NBA in blocks.
Boy, what shot blocking instincts he showed last year. Just seemed to get to every shot. Great anticipation, great awareness.
The Bucks making a change here. Gobert's checked in. Bucks trail by 13. Williams sets a screen for Wall. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Good!
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Chicago has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Malone, left side. Drills the three-pointer. Malone's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys.
Oh, man, what a play. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority out there. Good job there, recognizing the mismatch and then just going straight up with the shot. He's got a major height advantage.
The Bucks making a switch here. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Outside, Martin. He passes it to Knox. Back to Martin. Martin gets a screen from Knox. 4 on the clock. Martin. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. The Bulls leading by 15. Malone, left side. They swipe it. One-on-one here. Here's Knox. And he banks in the layup.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start. But they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Here's Malone. And the 3 off target.
Well, it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
Outside Williams. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Martin against Richardson. Clock at 6. Gobert the pass to Knox. Picked by Williams. From beyond the arc. No good from Knox.
So no excuses there. Got a really good look at the basket after being freed up by the pick.
We say it all the time. The execution was excellent. The result not as good, but good ball movement anyway.
Richardson with it, and it's Martin picking him up. Kicks it out to Richardson. Lots of room. Offensive rebound. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. He's got 9.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Kicks to Martin. Pass to Knox. Cutting the screen. The shot's good from Knox.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Yeah, that's textbook basketball. Just having their way down low.
Screen by Malone. Down low. Deflects the pass. And up the court from the Bucks on the break. Here's Fortson. And so he ends a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And a chance here to check out how the Bucks ranked in the NBA last season. 3rd in field goal percentage, 5th in blocks. And they were in the top 10 in team scoring as well. This is a team that prides itself on its offensive firepower. And they get it done at that end of the court.
I think what jumped out to me was the shooting more than anything, Clark, because this is a team in the top 5 in field goal percentage, and they were very unselfish. They were efficient offensively, constantly looking for every good shot available.
Chicago making a switch here. Roy's checked in.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from Knox.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Goodwin, good. 1:35 left in the 3rd. It's Martin on the wing. Fortson, he's covered by Roy. Passes it to Knox. Just 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
That's a bad shot. You really hurt your team by taking a shot from that range. Put your defense in jeopardy.
And it certainly won't make him any friends with his teammate.
Well, that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active, be energetic, and react as soon as the shot goes up.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Martin attacking. The pass to Knox. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Bucks have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
Well, last season they only hit 71% of their free throws, so this is a continuing problem, guys.
And he knocks down the first one.
You really have to like the work they put in at the free throw line here in the half. I mean, they've been really aggressive in drawing fouls, and then they've been able to knock down their free throws.
Both free throws good from Knox. 40 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Malone with it. Williams picks him up. Ogden passing to Samuel. Thompson with the block. To the middle. Lays it up and banks it in. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, you've got to like the focus that they're showing here in the second half. I see a lot more effort as well. I mean, it's amazing when you lock in mentally and bring some energy and intensity, things can pick up in a positive way for you.
Malone drives in. Screen by Malone. Rodman dishes to Malone. Milwaukee with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
You know, they can't afford to be playing so loose like that right now.
Exactly. I mean, this is when they need to tighten things up, firm things up, be more focused, not the other way around.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Bulls leading by 14. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment.
Monday, November 11th, the Chicago.
And we're rolling here again with the 4th quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, the great passing we saw in the first half has carried right over into the second.
They've really been on fire from beyond the arc tonight, too. I mean, a lot of their points have come from out there.
On the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. Jordan Williams is out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Wall, and it's McKenzie in at the 2. Malone passes to Samuel. Soft touch off the glass.
He's really done a nice job taking advantage of his opportunities in this half.
Wall against Rose. Outside, Wall. Pass to McKenzie. Fades back. That's good.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
The Bulls leading by 14. Rose kicks to Malone. From downtown, the shot is off. And Milwaukee the other way now. Malone with the steal. Williams with the block. Harkless dishes to Malone. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
And what a tremendous game for Malone. He's got 32 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
And both free throws good for Malone.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
All with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Williams a screen on Rose. And out of bounds is Chicago Kings possession. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Malone passes to Samuel. Malone with the screen. Outside Rose. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Malone kicks to Harkless. No good from Samuel.
The defense was ready for him that time, and they had to be. He is so powerful in the lane.
Roll. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And the first one drops. Both good from the line that time. The Bulls leading by 14. Rose dishes to Harkless. Pass to Malone. Takes a 3. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. It's off his leg. And it's being called a kickball. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. You have to like what we've been seeing from Malone.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Monty Williams address his team. No surprise, really. The turnover situation was the focus. He told them, listen, we're giving it away, guys. We've got to protect the ball, play within ourselves, and get quality shots. Kevin?
Butler passes to Rose. Feeds it to Harkless. Back to Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Harkless kicks to Rose. Malone for the 3. They get it back. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And the Bulls lead by 14. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Passes it to McKenzie. 6 on the shot clock. Low block shot. Here's Williams. That one rolling around and rims out.
And this is why you need size inside. The ability to contest shots and force misses.
Steve, that's exactly right. Even when you get in close, it's still a tough shot.
Here's Malone. Can't hit. Nice D from Williams.
He has not shot the ball well here, and I think it's time for him to start looking for his teammates a little bit.
Here's McKenzie. Butler with the block, and they get it back. Thompson misses. Chicago leading by 14. Butler dishes to Rose.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
It's not possible what we just caught. Is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable. It is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Back to Malone. Shoots the three. Second shot opportunity, and Thompson sends it back.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
The screen from Thompson. McKenzie passes to Thompson. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. Here's Grove. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Malone's got 8 rebounds in this game. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. On its way from Rose for 2, and he nails the jumper. Rose has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that's another assist for a team that is putting on the clinic on how to share the ball.
I just love the mentality they've had. If the shot isn't there, they're not forcing anything. They're moving it side to side and working to get a good shot.
Now here's Butler, defended by McKenzie. And Butler, here we go. Here's Malone. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Free throw drops for Malone. Both shots good from the stripe. Bucks trail by 18. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones a long time without a basket.
They got to find something. You're right. He feeds it to Wall. There's the pass to McKenzie. 6 to shoot with the lead pass. And it's good.
Well, and the bounce pass was the key to the play.
The Bulls leading by 16. The drive by Malone, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand. That's not as easy as it made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary, partner.
Oh, you know it. The guy can climb the ladder, can't he?
Well, how about John Wall in this one? 13 points and 6 assists. I'll tell you what, he's made his mark on this game in so many ways, guys.
Yeah, just on the strength of his defense alone, he would have stood out, but his offense has been outstanding as well.
And that one falls for Wall. And so Wall nails both of them. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. The drive by Malone. Now the dish to Harkless. Thompson comes with the double team. Here's Malone, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Malone's got 40 points.
And he's performing at such a high level. That's why they're in the lead right now.
Bucks trail by 18. Now Wall. He passes to McKenzie. Shot clock at 6. Malone with the block.
I don't know if it's just me, but he's looked a step slow since the start of the quarter. His shooting has really suffered.
Dishes it to Rose. Here's the feed to Harkless. Pass to Samuel. Harkless. Passes to Samuel. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. 56 seconds left in the fourth.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Barkley goes in. And too long on the shot. Chicago's. Here's Malone. Comes up empty down low. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Malone against Martin. Lets a floater go. The Bulls shooting about 42% so far. The clock now can just run out for the Bulls. Malone left side. The three. And that one's good. Malone's got 43 points.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any momentum going at all.
It's tipped. Malone with the steal. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Team.
A big night, 43 points. Without a doubt, you were a critical part of this team's win. Any comment on how you scored so much?
Man, I think I had so many points because our team was playing the pace we wanted. It seemed that each trip down the floor, we were able to get exactly what we wanted with our offensive set, and I just happened to be the benefactor of that. When we get in the groove, man, we can put up a lot of points in a hurry, and somebody's going to have to finish those chances. Tonight, it just happened to be me.
Hello again, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. And we're ready to bring you the NBA on 2K Sports. We've got a chance now for lineups from point guard to center. This game should be a good one. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Malone?
Really a physical, imposing player, Kevin, and he brings that to bear at every opportunity. He's never someone to back down, especially when the intensity ramps up. I mean, he seems to throw his weight around and just bring that energy that you need.
And you know what? He's super on the offensive glass. Whether he's bagging his own groceries or sticking back one of his teammates misses, he gets it done in there.
For the Utah Jazz, they come into tonight after the loss to the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, the hometown fans not pleased with that dreadful performance. They saw their team get knocked out cold.
They just couldn't get the ball in the basket that day, guys. No matter how many plays you make at the defensive end, it's hard to overcome such a lack of production offensively.
Yeah, the high-quality shots were few and far between for them, and they have nobody to blame but themselves. They need to work a lot harder to get good shots today.
Now here's Teague after the miss from Malone. Here's Len, and it's good from the elbow. Len's got the game going with his first points of the game for the Jazz.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
As he should. That's a good decision. When he gets a clean look, he's got to take it.
Malone drives in. Stolen by Fareed. Hayward dishes to Fareed. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, every once in a while, he'll show us some pretty good moves around the hoop.
Jazz on D. 4-point game. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
These two teams are effectively strangers to each other. Only 2 meetings all season. This is their first one, and then they'll play one more down the road.
And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Drew. And it's Malone with the rebound. So, Clark, as Steve was saying, they don't see each other that much. What does that mean as you analyze it to the approach that a team takes coming into a game like this?
Well, you know what? It probably means they don't have specific game plans tailored in a detailed manner for each other, so you have to go back to your general principles a little more when you play an opponent you're not as familiar with. And you also then would have to make more adjustments on the fly, I would think.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Pass to Len. Defended by Samuel. Down to 5 in the shot clock. They get it again. Fareed the pass to Len. Here's Drew. Expanding his range. They get it back. And Fareed kicks to Teague. Back to Fareed. Defended by Butler. And stolen by Malone. Rose dishes to Malone. They swipe it. Malone with the steal. A pull-up. Here's Samuel. A huge slam. The perfect end of the fast break.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
Oof. Yeah, turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities. That's what it's all about.
Rose kicks to Harkless. From deep. The rebound by the Jazz.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Harkless comes with a double team. Drew passes to Teague. Clock at 6. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Here's Len. That's good, and so Teague with the assist.
You know, typically he's just a role player, but when he does score, it allows the offense to be more balanced.
Malone right side. Jacks up a 3. That is good.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Jazz have gotten 3 big shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Teague dishes to Hayward. No good with the triple. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against Milwaukee.
Yeah, it didn't seem to be much of a challenge for them in that game. It seemed like they scored at will. Not much defense that they were facing.
Yep, they had the defense on its heels early the entire game, and actually nearly the entire game, and no matter what unit was out there, looked like a mismatch to me.
Now Hayward, after the missed three from Malone. Butler with the ball. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Rose kicks to Malone, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. First in blocks, first in shooting percentage. They were also #1 in team free throw shooting. That's an area that you love to be #1 in, cashing in from the foul line.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks, because #1 in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth, and the overall team defense, the rotations was really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
Drew, defended by Butler, and the foul on Derrick Rose. That's his first foul. The Jazz making a switch here. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. #1, the Bulls.
Not only did they shoot a high percentage from the line, Kevin, but this team was outstanding in getting to the line at a high rate. You know, guys found a way to take it up a notch in terms of their free throw shooting. And that's always a key component in winning basketball games.
Goodwin's checked in for Chicago. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, Kevin, the head coach for the Jazz gave me just a couple of moments to catch up with them. He said that their defensive focus, no surprise, will be trying to keep Derrick Rose out of the lane. He added, you know he's come a long way as an outside shooter, but he's a pick-your-poison type of player. We can't let him get into the paint. Makes sense, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. The Jazz making a switch here. Booth, Richardson cover. Jazz passing it around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Kramer. And he can't bank that one in.
That was a good rebound right there, but they haven't been very strong on the glass so far.
Well, they've got to meet the energy that they're facing right now. So important to battle on the boards.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching them go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Now, here's Burks. Booth, Richardson cover. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Jazz.
And they're knocking down that mid-range jumper so far.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
1:46 left to play in the first. Norton, Burks covering. The feed to Richardson. Malone fires from deep. That's good. Malone's got 8 points.
Another lead change. How many of these are we going to have?
I don't know, Steve, but the momentum of this game has certainly swung like a pendulum.
Falk, he's covered by Malone. Kicks it to Burks. Here's Falk. It's rebounded by Goodwin. The Bulls have gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. That's tipped. And now Utah, fast break. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Butler off a pick from Malone. Butler attacking. And shot on the way. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Butler's got his first basket of the night. So on the floor for Utah. Kenneth Faried is out there with Hayward. Then there's Len. Then it's Drew. And it's Teague in at the one spot. Here's Drew. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 6 to shoot. Here is Hayward, defended by Harkless. Hayward can't hit.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Rose kicks to Malone.
Oh, get it! And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
Those are phenomenal dunks to watch. So much fun.
Shoots from the post. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over.
You know, he almost seems to enjoy those mismatches, Steve. It gives him a chance to show what a strong finisher he is.
Now here's Rose. 11 points for him in that last game against Milwaukee.
And no question, you look at his assist totals. I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing, really spreading that ball around.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Here's Drew. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead. The drive by Malone. Butler passes to Harkless. Into Malone. Gets it to go. Malone's got 4 points in the quarter. Utah's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Drew. Now the pass to Faried. Feeds it to Len. Lots of room. And there's another one for the Jazz.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Malone right side. The three. Malone missing again.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those two in the first quarter.
Drew passes to Hayward. And the rejection by Malone. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Kenneth Faried. Great year for him last year. First in shooting percentage, 7th in rebounding, and of course he ended up in the top 15 in steals, a result of some of the quickest hands in the league.
And Steve, when you say he had the best field goal percentage in the league, I mean, that's a mouthful, partner. This guy was all about high percentage shots. Shooting percentage, you've heard me say it time and time again, it's a function of shot selection. He did not settle for bad looks.
Now here's Teague after the miss from Hayward. Outside Teague. Here's Drew. Shoots it. That one wide left. Teague against Rose. Harkless the pass to Samuel. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
Well, that's how you send it. 2 hands and hammer it down.
Now here's Faried. 14 points from him the last game against Dallas.
And he was disruptive defensively, too, Kevin. Really aggressively trying to make plays. In fact, he had 4 steals during that game.
Frazier, he's checked in for Gordon Hayward. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose kicks to Harkless. Pass to Samuel. Defended by Len. Deflects the pass. Harkless dishes to Rodman. Malone. outside Rose. Back to Malone. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
He's very savvy in traffic. When he gets inside, has a kind of an uncanny way of shielding himself from contact and finding a way to finish at the rim.
And Steve, quite honestly, he is their muscle. I mean, the guy they rely on for some brute force when they need it is him. Finesse isn't the first word that comes to mind when you're talking about this guy.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hey guys, T in their last game against the Bucks just played phenomenal. He had 43 points and he tallied those points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stand a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
Here's Harkless after the made shot from Frazier. Rodman goes in. Rose. And that one comes up a bit short.
Looked like he rushed that one, guys. The defense was out of position. He was wide open, just couldn't take advantage.
Frazier kicks to Len. Defended by Harkless. Len, good. And now just a 1-point Bulls lead. Here is Rose. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Malone right side. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 4 assists in the game.
And he's showing some kind of a killer instinct this quarter, trying to stretch this lead out.
So it's Utah now. And the dunk by Fareed.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
What a job he's doing here. I mean, his second quarter has been even better than his first, and that was pretty good.
Passes to Drew. He dishes it to Frazier. Had the space there, but it's offline. Here's Rodman. Can't hit. And we're through 2 here and a good one. It's the Bulls. They lead by 5. And we'll be back right after this.
Now, presented by Sprint.
The weekend is finally upon us, and on this Friday night, it's time for the halftime show. Chicago with the lead against Utah. Starting off on the right foot this young season, they're definitely playing well. T, not having much difficulty scoring against the Jazz. D, he scored 22 points and seems to have a hand in every defensive play. He's all over the court. And the Jazz still keeping at it. And give them credit defensively, they're boxing out, controlling their defensive backboards. A sensational first half for Kenneth Fareed. He's got 7 points, has been stellar in both rebounding and defense as well. That'll be it for the halftime report. The second half is coming right up. Hope to see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And a look here at the skyscraper surrounding Chicago's front yard, Grant Park. Welcome back, everyone. What a game we're seeing from Malone.
Well, the threes have been falling for him at a ridiculous rate. That first half was just amazing.
And when that's the case here in the second, I think he's just got to keep spraying and splashing them.
D. Rose and Jimmy Butler, the backcourt. Malone is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Samuel in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. Teague. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Teague's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Jazz. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession. You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of if you don't want your pocket picked. Here are last season's steals leaders. You look at T, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
So many nights when he controlled the game through his defense, no accident that he finished ranked where he was.
Drew passes to Fareed. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Fareed's got 9.
these defenders are not putting up much of a fight on the interior. It's been embarrassing. That's 10 consecutive points allowed in the lane.
And that's not the kind of streak you want to have if you're playing defense. They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
Here's Drew. Outside Teague. Pass to Len. Defended by Samuel. From down low, here's Fareed. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. He's got 11.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Len sets a screen for Teague. For the tie, leaps for it. Here's Fareed. And he goes in for the dunk.
You know, he doesn't fit into that kind of classic power forward mold, but he has that tremendous athleticism.
Back to Rose. He kicks it to Malone. For three. Again, Malone missing. For Utah, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Dishes at the Len. With the lead pass, and it's blocked by Malone. Bulls are gone, 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Rose.
Oh, my goodness. What a huge play.
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatic.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
I'm with you, Kevin. You can't fault him for that. I mean, just let him go. Who cares?
Now here's Teague. Here's Drew. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. It's his first trip to the line.
Ron, you know, you'll take what you can from him from the foul line. A season ago, he shot in that low 60% range.
And, you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
Both free throws good from Drew.
A moment here now to see the numbers for Derrick Rose. How he performed last season. 2nd in assists. And he was a top 10 three-point shooter as well.
And, you know, going back to his assists, I mean, he was number 2 in the league in assists, one of his greatest attributes. Hammer time! Hammer time!
7 lead changes now, and we're just in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, a tug-of-war, back and forth affair, but if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but pretty evenly matched game.
He feeds it to Fareed. Malone on him. Fareed the pass to Drew. The dish now to Teague. Another miss by Utah. Chicago leading by 3. Harkless kicks to Buck. Malone. And he jams it with authority.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Teague gets a screen from Len. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Tries again. Now here's Rose. The feed to Butler. Back to Rose. Malone with the screen. Rose kicks to Malone. Intercepted. Drew passes to Fareed. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Well, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close. Pretty bad defense letting the offense get right to the rim, but smart play to foul once he was there.
But you know what's going to happen, and they sent a message right there. Nothing easy inside.
And that one misses. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Kicks it to Richardson. Leads him in there. And there's Goodwin on the assist by Richardson. Goodwin's got his second bucket of the game to go. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Just 4 to shoot. Here's the 3. They get it back. Here's Booth. And that one hits back iron.
You really don't want to see him missing those mid-range shots, but when he's open, he's got to shoot it.
Richardson kicks to Malone. Fast break. Here come the Jazz. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense here from Harkless. Chicago leading by 4. Malone right side. Fires the 3. That is good. Malone's got 11 in the second half.
Three-point shot is a real weapon for them in the second half.
Yeah, they sure have gotten hot from out there.
Burks dishes to Len. Gets it to go. Len's got 10.
See how he used the rim to protect the ball perfectly from the defender on that reverse.
Malone battles through traffic and lays it in. And the Bulls lead by 7.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half. Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
1:06 left in the third quarter of the game. And it's Goodwin missing.
Well, I think he was surprised by how much space he had there and just rushed the shot a little bit.
And there's the pass to Burks. To the paint, Len. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Now it's just a 3-point Bulls lead.
Well, give credit where credit is due. Terrific assist inside.
Feeds it to Harkless. Pass to Richardson. Malone shoots the 3. And good on the basket. Book it. Malone's got 38 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Kramer defended by Goodwin. Lets it go from 11. And it's Malone with the rebound. He dishes it to Richardson. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now it's an 8-point Chicago lead. The third quarter comes to a close. Bulls lead by 8. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next.
Coming up next Monday night, November 11th, the Chicago Bulls go on the road to battle the Oklahoma City Thunder. It's East and West. Don't miss out.
Well, welcome back as we get set to start the fourth. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Also, you can see how they've gotten after it defensively. I mean, the steal totals are really something to admire.
So on the floor for Utah. Len out there with Kenneth Faried. Then there's Frazier. Then it's Goodrich. Passes it to Frazier. Frazier left side. From down low. Lang's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 8. Rodman kicks to Roy. He passes it to Goodwin. Back to Roy. Bulls moving the ball around. Outside, Rodman. Screen by Malone. Pass to Roy. He tries for 3. Shot is off. So Utah will take it the other way. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Back to Goodrich. He kicks it to Len. He's covered by Roy. Here's Frazier, and he's good on the 3-ball. Frazier's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Jazz. Malone outside. Dishes it to Goodwin. He feeds it to Rodman. Kicks to Goodwin. And the pass to Roy. Malone. There's the 3. And again, Chicago. No good. Now Frazier. Kramer. Rodman covering. The dish to Fareed. The feed to Frazier. Here's Kramer. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. They'll be off to Oklahoma City for a meeting with the Thunder after this one. That sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them.
A lot of good games going on today, guys. And tell you one, the one that has my eye is the Golden State matchup.
A different look for Utah. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Goodrich. And Drew's subbed in for Frazier. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what the head coach of the Chicago Bulls was going over in his huddle. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and we'll be in position to win this thing.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Here's Teague. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Len sets a screen for Teague. Six on the shot clock. Smooth as silk on the finger roll.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
The Bulls leading by 6. Here's Malone. Gives him the lead pass. That's good.
Nice touch near the hoop.
For Utah, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Teague, the pass to Drew. Back to Teague, trying his luck deep. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Butler kicks to Malone. Roy. Butler on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Gets it to go. And now an 11-point Bulls lead.
And he's someone the defense has to keep track of at all times because, even when he doesn't have the ball, he moves so well without it. He's constantly a threat to catch and shoot.
And offensively, you'll find him often lurking on those corners. Always a high percentage shot among three-pointers, and especially for him.
Malone drives in. That one goes. And that's now 6 points for Derrick Rose.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Bulls. Tries to save it. Len dishes to Teague. Always going up for the alley-oop here, and it's slammed in by Fareed.
Maybe that'll ignite him. I mean, impossible not to get pumped up after that. At least I think that would be the case.
Well, you can see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are. Look at them. They are pumped up.
Yeah, they're geeked.
That's what those alley-oops do, though.
Butler kicks to Malone. Pass to Samuel. A double clutch, and he sinks the layup.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here that they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time down.
Teague, the pass to Drew. Unloads. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. Teague's got 5 assists tonight. Chicago leading by 11. And here's Rose. Feeds to Harkless. He dishes it to Malone. That's the 3 fly. And the Bulls another 3.
This is incredible. It's been a 3-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Rose against Teague. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And it's slammed in by Fareed.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Chicago's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Passes it to Drew. He kicks to Len. Rose with the double team. He's covered by Rose. The pass to Drew. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
The Bulls leading by 12. Butler dishes to Malone. Fires for three on 3-4 Chicago.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Well, it's 3 of the last 5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So, got to make some adjustments defensively.
Rose kicks to Harkless. Back to Rose. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Harkless. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And the 3 off target. Jazz trail by 15. Teague the pass to Drew. Dishes to Len.
A real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
He feeds it to Malone. Butler on the way. Outside Rose. Malone with the screen. To the inside. He's off the pick and hammers it home.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak. That's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the winding now, Steve.
Teague kicks to Hayward. Tipped away. Puts it up from 12. Here's Len. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty.
Been a tough quarter for him. He has not been able to make a shot here.
Kicks it to Rose. There's the dish to Harkless. Into Malone. Stolen by Len.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Park. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you.
Fareed off the pick from Hayward. Fareed dishes to Hayward. Back to Fareed. And stolen by Malone. He passes to Harkless. The drive by Malone. And that one's good. Malone's got 48.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. You know, Clark, every team has a bad night. These guys might want to watch the tape of this game the next time they have a bad night to remind themselves how dominant they can be.
Well, this is one of those dreamlike games for a coach.
It didn't matter where you shot from tonight. Everything was falling. Have you ever felt this confident about your shot before?
Oh, all the time, man. You should see me in practice. I'm surprised when I missed. Most of the time, the ball doesn't even touch the rim on the way in. It's not quite so easy in a game, but that confidence still carries over. I've always been a believer in my ability to shoot the ball. And that's one of the things that makes a player great. And I'm going to keep riding this streak while I'm hot. No sense in slowing down now.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. A quick check now for starting five for both teams. And as we take a look here at Derrick Rose, guys, what's your take?
You know, nobody responds to end-of-game pressure like this guy. That's what comes to mind immediately for me. He's hit some monumental shots in his career, and some guys just embrace the moment at the end of the game. That's him.
And one thing about him that might not show up in the box score, but is as important as anything else, is his leadership. I mean, he sets the tone for this team, and all of his teammates follow his example.
It's getting noisy here in Oklahoma City. We're at the peak, the Chesapeake Energy Arena, home of the Thunder. They're pretty rattled right now after a road trip in which they did not win a game. Now they hope to get back on track here at home.
You know, checking out Oklahoma City, they're not just a pleasant surprise this year, Steve. They're a huge surprise.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who picked them to make this kind of noise from the beginning of the year. They've had a phenomenal run.
Now here's Jones.
Who's watching here?
Pass to Westbrook. Clock at 6. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Here's Zeller, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now Rose. This is to Malone. Beyond the arc. They get it again. Butler kicks to Malone. Count that one.
And they get on the board first.
Looking to set the tone early.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the night.
Well, how about last season? They shot 80% as a team from the free throw line. That's an impressive number.
And you know, a lot of times, guys, in some of their performances last year, their free throw numbers helped them win games.
Now here's Westbrook.
Here we go,
Shot clock at 6. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. We play just over a minute here in the first. Malone drives in. Can't hit from in close.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
They get a hand on it. And they're pushing it up. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
The fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
And here now the Thunder. It's a three-point game. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls this season.
These two teams are effectively strangers to each other. Only 2 meetings all season. This is their first one, and then they'll play one more down the road.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Rose kicks to Harkless. Back to Rose. The pass to Harkless. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Bulls. He told me one of the more troubling tasks his team must do is to figure out how to slow down Russell Westbrook. He said that between his explosiveness and ability to change direction, they'll have to have all 5 guys keeping an eye on Westbrook whenever he's on the perimeter.
Thank you, Doris. A nice shot by Zeller. So, Clark, as Steve was saying, they don't see each other that much. What does that mean as you analyze it to the approach that a team takes coming into a game like this?
Well, you know what? It probably means they don't have specific game plans tailored in a detailed manner for each other, so you have to go back to your general principles a little more when you play an opponent you're not as familiar with. And you also then would have to make more adjustments on the fly, I would think.
First one falls for him. Roberts is checked in for Oklahoma City. And both free throws good for Malone.
That's a familiar sight. He hardly ever wastes his chances at the line. Cashes in regularly.
Outside, Jones. Passes to Adams. Zeller inside. He's covered by Malone. And the shot is good.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
Yeah, me too, Clark. I think anytime you have success pounding the ball inside, you got to continue to go to the well.
It's good. This time the assist from Rose. That's now 8 points for T.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
Westbrook kicks to Roberts. Adams. He dishes it to Jones. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Westbrook. This one for 3. Chicago grabs the miss. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
I thought the way they attacked the rim and got into the paint was phenomenal. It seemed like after a while, the defense just kind of waved the white flag.
That's exactly what will happen when a team continues to attack the goal and come away with layups. It demoralizes the defense.
Now here's Westbrook after Mo Harkless's miss. He feeds it to Zeller. He passes to Westbrook. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. Number 1, the Bulls.
Yeah, they made that a point of emphasis a year ago. They really spent a lot of time on the practice floor at the free throw line, and it sure paid off.
Malone drives in. The shot's good from Samuel.
Boy, big man with very soft hands and a nice touch around the hoop.
Thunder trailing by 6. Outside Westbrook. Pass to Adams. Back to Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Zeller. Westbrook kicks to Roberts. Here's Zeller. Makes it off the glass. Zeller's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
And it's Malone missing.
They've been able to get out to this lead without really getting a very reliable performance out of him from the field.
Guerrero, defended by Harkless. And Zeller kicks to Roberts. Nailed from three-point land. Roberts got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Malone drives in. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Thunder trailing by 3. Here's Roberts. 14 points from him the last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And Kevin, a lot of those points came at the line. So he was very aggressive with his game, attacking the D and capitalizing on those free throws.
Rose kicks to Malone. Bangs home the trifecta. Malone's got 13.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
Westbrook dishes to Roberts. Takes the 3. Here's Zeller. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
Boy, what a great job making good on the second opportunity. He stayed with that play from start to finish.
The Bulls leading by 3. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Well, let's take a look at how Oklahoma City ranked in the league last year. 5th in rebound, 6th in blocks, and they were in the top half of the league in steals as well. Pretty impressive.
And this is a team that really relied most heavily on the rebounding numbers that you talked about. I mean, the top 5, they're a team that likes to attack the lane at both ends of the floor, really control the glass on defense, and try to pound you inside with the offensive boards. Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
There's 1:54 left to play in the first. Malone drives in. Stolen away. And here they come. Now the pass to Forbes. Guerrero. He's covered by Malone. The shot's good from Guerrero.
Boy, that was impressive. Major height disadvantage, but he still got the shot up over his man.
Well, he's got the poise to handle any matchup, and he's not easily intimidated. You can see that there.
Malone can't hit.
And very quickly here in the first quarter, pronounced advantage for them on the glass.
Yeah, that's a trend they'd love to continue right through the next 3 quarters as well. Now, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
Well, and that's why they're on this run, guys. They're getting the ball inside and getting really high percentage looks.
Again, the miss by Malone.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Here's Torres. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Thunder.
Now, I'll tell you one thing. They've cashed in on a lot of these second chance opportunities out there in the first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
The Bulls making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And the second free throw, good.
He did the important part at the line there, the heavy lifting, if you will. Made this a 2-possession game.
Feeds it to Richardson.
Get outside, get outside.
Norton, defended by Douglas. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And his specialty is tracking down those great offensive rebounds that oftentimes he can put right back up for an easy deuce.
Steve, he is always on the prowl. I mean, you got to body him up early, or he'll stake out that prime real estate for those second shot opportunities.
First free throw is good. Good on both. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's the screen. Flores, the pass to Guerrero.
Get there, get there.
6 to shoot. Doubled by Richardson. Tipped away. An even 3-on-3 break. The kick out to Aldridge. The feed now to Richardson. Back to Aldridge. There's the dish to Goodwin. And that one's good. Goodwin's got his first points of the game.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's Alt. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
This Tuesday, November 12th, the Chicago Bulls go up against the Phoenix Suns. Do not miss it.
Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Big boost from their bench there, guys, in that first quarter. They did a nice job coming in and really giving this team a lift.
Yeah, it's a nice attribute to have. Firepower coming off the pine early. That's good stuff.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So for Oklahoma City right now, we've got Rivers, and it's Guerrero in at the 4. Back to Aldridge. Pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Off target with his 3.
This game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding is one thing that they've been able to dominate.
Yeah, they chased down that pumpkin often.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hey, guys. T in their last game against the Jazz really lit it up. He finished with 48 points and was just an absolute force inside on defense, batting away shots every second he was on the floor. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified, Clark.
Well, I know this opponent should be terrified because there's a good chance the momentum he gathered that night carries right over into this game.
Well, some of it will carry over. That's inevitable. It's just a matter of how much.
The Bulls making a switch here. Roy's checked in. He kicks it to Rivers. Dishes it to Douglas. Jones, the pass to Douglas. Takes the turner on Jay. Roy with the rebound. Looking at the last game for the Oklahoma City Thunder, it was a loss to Golden State.
Yeah, they look totally disjointed, and sometimes you have a night like that. Nothing goes in the basket. It's just pure frustration.
Well, you can call it any number of things, Steve. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, dysfunctional. Any of those would fit.
No good from Torres.
He's far too tentative in the paint, and even more so when the defender is up tight on him like that time.
Here's Rodman. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
He's tall for a shooting guard, and he took full advantage of his height on that one.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. They host the Clippers after this game. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Yeah, and you know the fans out in L.A. really hoping for a win in that one.
Here's Douglas, and it's blocked by Samuel. Now here's Rodman. Passes it to Roy. He dishes it to Goodwin. Bulls moving the ball around. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 12. Good. He hits the jump shot. And the Bulls lead by 3.
Something they'd like to see more of him more often, that's for sure.
Kicks it to Rivers. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdowns for the Bulls.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
A free throw drops for Rivers. Malone's checked in for Chicago. So he picks up just one from the line that time. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. He feeds it to Rodman. Malone is screen on Jones. Outside for Roy. A three-pointer is right on target.
Very well executed pick to give him all kinds of space to get that one off.
Hansen defended by Goodwin. Here's Hansen. A stupendous finish in traffic. The Bulls leading by 3. The drive by Malone. Count the bucket. Malone's got 15 points.
You know, there's no fear out of him, guys. I mean, going straight to the hoop against a much bigger defender, he's got a lot of heart.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And Adams backs in. Rivers. The three. Just 5 on the clock. Gets it to go.
Kevin, he does a great job of moving without the ball. And he gets a lot of good looks because of that movement. And as long as his teammates are setting screens and looking for him, he can be lethal from the outside.
And that is the key, Steve. But his release in those catch-and-shoot moments is also terrific.
And the Thunder making a change here.
Russell Westbrook.
And here is Goodwin. Malone kicks to Goodwin. Back to Malone. Lock at 6. Outside Westbrook. He passes to Rivers. All sorts of time. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Rivers has got 6 points in the quarter.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Rodman dishes to Goodwin. Back to Rodman. Malone right side. Outside Rodman. Goodwin. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Here's Samuel. And again, Chicago. No good. The Thunder have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Now here's Westbrook, defended by Samuel. It's Westbrook with the drive. Pass to Adams. Soft touch off the glass.
You know, with that much of a height advantage, that's exactly what you should do. Take it straight to the rim.
Here's Malone.
Look at that athletic play. Incredible.
Wow. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, it's startling that he's even tried that right now.
Tries again. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Well, I think he shouldn't have forced that one. Instead, he should have passed it off.
Roy passes to Malone. From deep. They get it back. Roy kicks to Goodwin. And the pass to Samuel. Puts the lead pass in front.
What a throw down there. Man.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man. Might as well flaunt it if you've got it, Clark.
Adams, the pass to Jones. Outside Westbrook. Passes it to Adams. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. The Thunder have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
Well, you look at last season's numbers, guys, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Yeah, as a group, really a dismal year for them from the line last season, guys.
That one is no good. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Roy dishes to Goodwin. .135 left to play here in the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Malone kicks to Goodwin. And stolen by Zeller. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook leading the charge. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here is a peek at the league's top scorers from a season ago. You look at T, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
Well, anytime you can be the player that leads the league in scoring, or you're the top scorer, that's a huge accomplishment and something to be proud of.
It's Roy on the wing. He passes it to Samuel. Bulls moving the ball around. Malone. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. It goes on Cody Zeller.
Let's see the stat sheet here on Russell Westbrook. Very nice season for him last year. 11th in steals. And he also finished in the top 20 in assists. So this is a guy who really did a nice job of sharing the ball with his teammates.
And, you know, on his way to that top 15 ranking on the steals list, he really established himself as one of the toughest defensive matchups in the league.
Great D that time from Goodwin.
That's the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
The shot will not go. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Rivers. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Rivers has got his third basket of the night.
I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Pass to Samuel. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Rivers. That one off the back iron and out.
Boy, we don't see that too often. No defender on him, and he just planks the open jumper.
There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Bulls lead by 2. Folks, stay tuned for the halftime show at Damon Bruce for all the highlights from our first half.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Today's a day to honor our nation's heroes. It's Veterans Day, and this is the NBA Halftime Report. Chicago with the lead against the Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. Off to a good start here in the early going of the season, playing above 500. T having himself a big-time game. He's got 21 points and 3 rebounds as well. And Oklahoma City's also looking good in the first half. Their work on the offense.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Malone.
Yeah, it's been sheer dominance in the post by him so far, just tearing them up when he gets inside.
And getting it to him is the only hard part. Once he has it, he's automatic.
So for Chicago right now, Malone, he's in at power forward. Goodwin out there with Rodman. And it's Roy in at the 3 slot. For Oklahoma City, they have gone 6 of 9 at the line. Chicago trailing here. Feeds to Goodwin. Back to Malone. Stolen by Rivers. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Boy, nice one-man fast break on that one.
It sure was a stylish finish to cap it off, too.
Goodwin kicks to Roy. The feed to Goodwin. Back to Roy. The dish to Rodman. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Thunder. They host the Clippers after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. The Thunder leading by 3. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They sure have been. I mean, really looking good and sharp offensively.
Yeah, not on the open shots and really getting a nice flow to their game.
Rivers kicks to Jones. Outside Westbrook. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's his first trip to the line.
And you go back and you look at the numbers from last season, he knocked down about 77% of his free throws. Boy, it seems like they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and it's just been that kind of a day.
Bulls trail by 3. Outside Rodman. Back to Roy. Pass to Rodman. Outside Roy. Roy off a pick from Malone. They grab their own miss. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Malone. He's got 21 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Zeller setting the pick for Westbrook. Rodman against Rivers. Dishes to Zeller. Malone on him. And Zeller kicks to Adams. Hits the jumper in space. Adams has got 5 now.
Perfect on their first 3 shots now. That's the way to start the second half.
Here's Roy. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. Number 1, the Bulls.
You know, Kevin, it's going to be really hard to duplicate the level of success they had in the block shots category last season. I know they'll give it their best effort, but it's hard to imagine that they could do much better than last season.
The first one falls. And both free throws good for Roy. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Outside Westbrook. Right through the D for the layup. And the Thunder lead by 3.
Look at the points in the paint, the inside game. It's been very one-sided here for a while now.
Well, the defense just hasn't been physical enough at the rim. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have come from the paint.
Rodman passes to Goodwin. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Roy dishes to Goodwin. Shot clock at 5. To tie. Malone, good. Malone's got 26.
You might not think of him as a laser three-point shooter, but that shot was there for him, and he had to take it.
He kicks it to Zeller. There's the pass to Adams. And again, it's Oklahoma City.
And a blazing start to the second half. They've hit all 5 shots.
And Malone gets double-teamed. Goodwin kicks to Rodman. Malone. Lays it up and banks it in. And he has 28 points for the game.
The defense left him just a little window to get through, and he just ducked in for the layup. Terrific job.
Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Rivers. Passes it to Adams. Defended by Samuel. Outside, Jones. Takes a 3. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
And they've really come out of halftime with the eye of the tiger. Plenty of fire in their eyes and tremendous focus and intensity.
Roy passes to Goodwin. Back to Roy. Malone, left side. Kicks to Goodwin. He feeds it to Roy. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Roy's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick 3 of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there. Well, we've got a moment to look back at last year's Bulls. First in block. First in field goal percentage. They were also number 1 in team free throw shooting. That's an area that you love to be number 1 in. Cashing in from the foul line.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks. Because number 1 in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth, And the overall team defense, the rotations, was really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns at U.S. Airways Center in Phoenix. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road.
And you know that Golden State game, guys, has a lot of attention on it.
And the Bulls making a change here. And both free throws good for Malone. The Thunder have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the field here in the third, coming out of the break very hot. Flores, he's covered by Rose. Six to shoot. Here's Witt. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
To the middle. It's tipped. And Adams kicks to Zeller. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Jones is checked in. Rose kicks to Malone. No good. Excellent D that time from Jones. The Thunder leading by 5. Knocked loose. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. And then Malone with the jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
And it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
Pass to Roberts. Shot clock at 6. Shoots from 14. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Malone's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bulls trail by 3. He passes to Rose. Fires the 3. And good on the basket. Book it. Rose has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. The pass to Flores. They set the pick. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Ran his man straight into that screen to open the lane up for the hoop.
Back to Malone for the lead. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Feeds it to Roberts. Harkless comes with a double team. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Chicago's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime. They're 4 of 7. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Malone misses. Oklahoma City's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Lots of room. That's good. He's got 5. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, each side having a tough time staying in front.
Well, the fans love it. I mean, a tug-of-war, back and forth is fair, but if you're a coach, there's a little frustration here. You're trying to pull ahead, but pretty evenly matched game.
Harkless kicks to Malone. Now the feed to Harkless. From downtown, gets it to go. Harkless has got his first 3 points of the game.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And the jumper falls for him. Harkless has got 5 points now in the quarter. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Bulls out front, up 4. And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first three, we should be in for a treat. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Bulls.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
We've got Cody Zeller. Rivers out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Douglas in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Such a wide open look. Richardson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Chicago. Westbrook with it. There's the dish to Rivers. Guerrero, the pass to Douglas. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. That free throw, no good. And the Bulls making a change here. Harkless has checked in. Good on the second free throw. Now Rose. The drive by Malone. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, and he's one player who doesn't need a lot of space to get to the basket. He's really crafty. The way he can blast his way straight through traffic. He's really strong.
And he can wipe that offensive glass too, Steve. I mean, he turns a whole lot of misses into makes.
Back to Westbrook. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, that's blocked. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Richardson. The Bulls leading by 8. Pass to Harkless. Back to Rose. Dishes it to Harkless. Pass to Samuel. Defended by Douglas. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the first one drops.
Boy, still waiting for their first miss from the foul line this half.
100% since halftime, is that right? I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon if that keeps up.
Thunder trailing by 10. Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Have to like what we're seeing from Malone.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, the coach of the Thunder had some words for his team. He gave his guys the green light to keep firing from downtown, telling them, listen, I like the work you're doing out there. Keep finding those gaps on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots.
Malone, a screen on Westbrook. Rose. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Russell Westbrook. The first free throw is good. And Rose drops them both. Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Outside Westbrook. He kicks to Rivers. Another shot. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you'd think the rebounding gap would be huge.
And the shot is good. 42 points for team.
Starting to really play well here and trying to pull away.
Yeah, and they're doing it effectively, Steve. I mean, they're on all cylinders right now, clicking beautifully.
Westbrook drives in. Looking to end the run. And the rejection by Samuel. Harkless comes with a double team. Here's Douglas. And lots of contact there. This is the shot. He'll shoot 2. And he makes the first. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Now the Bulls with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Rose kicks to Harkless. Back to Rose. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Up top, Malone. He dishes it to Butler. Back to Malone. Kicks it to Harkless. Three-pointer. But they'll get another chance. Rose passes to Malone. Shot is blocked. Here's Rivers. A three-pointer off the mark.
Defense better watch out. They better be alert because this guy can make threes, as we saw in the first half.
Harkless kicks to Rose. It's good from long range. And the Bulls lead by 17.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
3-on-3, Harkless. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 7 points here for Harkless.
And assists like that have typified their effort today. Great ball movement.
Really an example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
And Westbrook, here we go. Rivers, and foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Some outstanding numbers in this one for Rivers. He's got 16 points, and he's picked up 6 points from behind the arc.
Now, his outside stroke has looked really good today.
And the first one at the line is good. Adams, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Both shots good from the stripe. Here's Butler. Malone drives in. Misses from short range.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
The 10-footer. That one a little long.
Well, that's a bad miss right there. I mean, you'd like to see him be a little more assertive when he has such good position.
Harkless kicks to Rose. Into Malone. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Malone's got 44.
He is just eating this team alive with his offense. It's been a matchup nightmare.
Thunder trailing by 17. Outside Westbrook. Westbrook gets a screen from Zeller. It's Westbrook with the drive. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Samuel.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Oklahoma City's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. From about 16, Westbrook with the bucket. The Bulls leading by 15. Malone passes to Samuel. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. It goes on Cody Zeller. And he can't get the first one. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. The Thunder shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Rivers with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Here's Westbrook. Knocks down the step-back Jay. Westbrook's got 4 points now in the quarter. He feeds it to Rose. Pass to Harkless. Malone, a screen on Jones. Harkless dishes to Rose. He passes to Harkless. Back to Rose. Clock at 6. Into Malone. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth. Westbrook double team. And there's the pass to Rivers. Here's Adams, and the rejection by Malone. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch their breath.
Yeah.
Hey, the defense was right there, just waiting, doing a nice job of anticipating that play.
Steve, every team needs tough interior defense to be successful.
For 3, Westbrook.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Malone kicks to Rose. Outside Butler. Butler off a pick from Malone. Butler passes to Malone. Westbrook with the steal. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Feeds to Zeller. Rivers. Defended by Harkless. Rivers can't get it to go.
Tell you what, as well as he shot in the last quarter, Kevin, it's a total flip here in this one. He just can't get anything to go in the basket.
Rose kicks to Butler. Malone, a screen on Jones. Rose dishes to Malone. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Rivers. The good-looking shot from the wing. Here's Malone. Can't connect. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin.
You had 10 rebounds tonight. Obviously, you were a key part of the effort on the glass with that contribution. Any comments on that?
Yeah, we know if we want to control a game, it starts on the boards. I pulled down a good amount, but all 5 of us were boxing out and doing what we needed to do. We know we're a tough team to play when we make teams go one shot and out each time they come down the court. So mission accomplished, baby.
We are live in Phoenix, Arizona, as the Suns are about to go into this interconference contest. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Iman Shumpert?
Well, Shumpert's one of the best athletes in the league. And that's saying something. These are the best athletes in the world out here, Kevin. But at 6'5" and 220, he's got the strength and quickness to really be an elite defender.
Yeah, strength and quickness for sure. You see that in his steals number, Steve. The offense is still a work in progress, certainly, but he is already a very, very good perimeter defender. The Bulls are in the midst of a road trip going into this one. Everyone on this team is at the beginning of the season. They're playing so well right now, 5 consecutive wins.
Seeing where the Bulls are, they've really caught nobody by surprise this year. I mean, they've got a tremendous track record and the talent to stay on top for a while.
Yeah, and you know, some people wondered if there'd be a drop-off this season just because of those high expectations, but there really hasn't been a drop-off at all.